A very good morning, students. Yes, myself Savita Kulkarni, as I have started with your 10th standard portion. So before starting the 10th standard portion, hope you know today's specialty, students. Today is the World Environment Day. So hope you are all celebrating Environment Day being in the home. Yes, you have to celebrate by planting one sapling, minimum one sapling. Right, students? Not only planting, you have to take care of that. Yes, hope you all will celebrate. Take care of the environment, take care of nature, nature will take care of us. Right, students? Okay, let us begin with our portion now. So we have started with the 10th standard chemistry, that is chemical reactions and equations. In our previous session, we have discussed that what is the meaning of chemical reactions, what are all its characteristics, and we have discussed what is the meaning of chemical equations and how to represent the chemical equations. Right, students? Hope you all have updated with your work. Fine. See, students, time to time you have to. That day only you finish your work, then only you can understand the next class. Okay. So today's topic is balancing of a chemical equations. What is this balancing of a chemical equations? So let me start with an example only. Okay. So carbon plus oxygen gives carbon monoxide, CO. See, students. So as you know, C plus O2, these are called as the reactants and CO is called as the product. Right? So number of atoms on reactant side should be equal with the number of atoms on the product side. Number of atoms. See how many carbon are here? Those many carbon should be there in the product side. How many oxygen are there? Those many oxygen should be there in the product side. Okay. So why we have to make it equal? Because there is one law called as law of conservation of a mass. Law of conservation of a mass means you cannot create the mass, you cannot destroy it, only you can convert it to one form to another form. So we cannot create or destroy. How many atoms are there in the reactant side? Those many atoms should be there on the product side. And this is called as balancing of the chemical equations. Right, students? How to balance this equation? So this balancing of the chemical equation, this is by trial and error method. Trial and error. The name only helps you. What? You have to try. You may get the error. It may be right or wrong. If it is wrong, take some other number and you have to balance. Means they are not restricting us to write, multiply the equation with 2, 3, no restrictions. But what is there? Both the number of atoms on both the sides, it should be equal. Right? So now I think you are not understanding. We will solve few examples, then we will come to know. Okay. Reactant side. And remember, what are all the elements present in the reactant side? Those elements only you are getting in the product side. So reactant side, carbon, oxygen. Product side, carbon, oxygen. Let me see how many atoms of carbon and oxygen are there in the reactant side. Students, here nothing is written means this is 1. Nothing is written here. So what you should understand? One carbon atom has taken part in this chemical reaction. Okay, 2 oxygen, here 1 oxygen. So how can I balance this? Let me multiply this one with the 2. 1 into 2, 2. Right, students? Where I should write this 2 then? This side, remember, this is carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide formula is CO, which you cannot change. Okay, you can't write it 2 here. This is wrong. You can't split and write it here. This is also wrong. Can you understand? Then where we have to write that 2? You have to multiply that 2 with this carbon monoxide. Means beside this carbon, I have to write 2. Okay, fine. You wrote 2. Oxygen has become 2. Then you have to check the full equation now. Full equation you have to check. Is there any changes with the carbon atom? You have to check. See students, if I am writing 2 here, let me write here and show you. Carbon monoxide. I have multiplied this with the 2. What is the meaning? You are multiplying this 2 with the carbon as well as with the oxygen. Nothing but it is like this, students. Okay. So you are multiplying this 2 with the carbon as well as with the oxygen. Means how many carbon has become now? Here 1, here 1. 1 into 2. And you have to multiply this. 1 into 2, 2. 1 into 2, 2 oxygen. Okay. Coming back to this equation. Here what happened? 2 carbon. Here how many carbons are there? Only 1 carbon atom is there. Now what can I do here? This one multiply with the 2 so that you can make it into 2. Right? So this 2 where I should write? Here I have to write. Just now I told you, you can't write it here or you can't change. Carbon is C. You can't make it something you can't do. Okay? So this you have to multiply with the 2. Over your work, the last step is chop this. 2 carbon, 2 carbon, okay. 2 oxygen, 2 oxygen. Yes, the equation is balanced. Hope you are understanding, students. Take your pen paper, sit with this and watch the video and start writing. So you will come to know. Fine? Yes. We will take few more examples to make it much clearer. The next example, Mg plus O2, Mg plus O2 gives MgO. Check the atoms on both the sides, students. First step, magnesium, oxygen. How many magnesium atoms are there? 1. Oxygen, 2. This side, 1. Oxygen, 1. Now what can I do? Here 2 oxygen are there, here 1 is there. So let me multiply this 1 with the 2. Tell me where I should write this 2 now? Here. What is the meaning if you write the 2 here? You are multiplying this 2 with the magnesium atom as well as with oxygen. So you wanted to balance the oxygen, but the number of magnesium has become more. Here 2, here 1. Now what can I do? This one multiply with the 2 so that it will become 2. Where should I write? What is the last step? 2Mg, 2Mg, fine. Oxygen 2, oxygen 2. Getting? So now the equation is balanced. Take the next one. 2 chrome, okay. Third equation, Na3PO4, Na3PO4 plus KOH gives NaOH plus K3PO4. Now you have to balance the equations. 1 potassium, 1 hydrogen. Where is hydrogen? Here. So this is 1 coming to the oxygen. See students, Na3PO4. Here 4 atoms are there. Okay. Plus, you have to do plus only. How many atoms of oxygen here? Because this full unit is the reactant side. Right? You can't split it out. So this one also you have to add here. So total how many oxygen on the reactant side? Yes, 5 atoms of oxygen are present. Getting? Yes. Coming to the product side. Sodium how many? 1. Phosphorus, nothing written means 1 phosphorus. What about potassium? K3 means 3 potassium are there. Hydrogen, here where hydrogen only 1. So 1 atom. Coming to the oxygen. Tell me how many atoms are there? 1 plus 4. 1 plus 4. Total 5 atoms of the oxygen are there. Understanding? Sodium 3, sodium 1. First step. So let me multiply this one with the 3 so that I can balance the sodium. Where should I write that 3? Here I have to write that 3. Correct? After writing, check 3 sodium, 3 sodium, 5. Now how many oxygen has become? 3 oxygen. Here 4. 3 plus 4. 7 it has become. But this side it is 4. Okay. Hydrogen 3. Here nowhere hydrogen is there. This side, what I will do? This hydrogen I will multiply with the 3. Correct? So where should I write this 3? Yes, here I have to write. So potassium has become 3. Potassium, beside it is 3 only. Okay. Oxygen, it has become 4 plus 3. 4 plus this side 3. 3 if you are writing, you are multiplying with potassium, you are multiplying with oxygen, you are multiplying with hydrogen. Keep it in the mind. So 4 plus 3, 7 atoms of oxygen. Here also what happened? 3 oxygen plus here 4. 4 plus 3, 7. So oxygen is balanced. Right? So let me check the full equation once again. Na3, okay. P1, O3 plus 3, sorry, O4 plus 3, 4 plus 3, 7, 3 plus 4, 7, potassium 3, here also 3, oxygen just now we have checked, hydrogen 3, hydrogen 3. Yes students, is this equation balanced now? Yes, this equation is balanced. Hope you are taking down. Okay students, let us take one more example. Fe2O3 plus Al gives Fe plus Al2O3. What is the first step? You have to write which are all the elements involved. Iron, aluminium, oxygen. Product side also same. There is no need to check because it should be iron, aluminium, oxygen. Right? Iron. How many atoms are there? 2. Iron, aluminium 1. Oxygen 3. Correct? Iron. How many are there? 1. Aluminium 2. Oxygen 3. Aluminium 1. Here it is 2. Here it is 1. So what can I do? Let me multiply this one with the 2 so that it can become 2. 2 into 1. Where should I write this 2? Yes. Here I have to write. Correct? Iron 1. Sorry. Aluminium 1. Aluminium 2. Let me multiply this one with the 2 now. So I have to write 1, chlorine 1, oxygen 2. So what can I do now? Potassium is same, chlorine atoms are same, only problem with the oxygen. So let me multiply this 3 with the 2 so that it can become 6. This 2 with the 3 so that it also can become 6. Where should I write these numbers now? This 2, let me write it here. Correct? So you can't divide. SeNO3 is one compound. You can't divide. So you have to multiply the whole compound with the 2. Right? Okay. If I write this, potassium has become 2 atoms, chlorine has become 2 atoms. Here it is 1, 1. What can I do now? This also multiply with the 2. What about oxygen? 3 2s are 6. Here it is 2. So this 3, write it here, 3 2s are 6. Students, only writing this is not, here you have to write, and that is called balanced equation. Okay, so check once again, 2K, 2K, 2 chlorine, 2 chlorine, 3 2s are 6 oxygen, 3 2s are 6 oxygen. Right students? Hope you are understanding. Okay, still more different types of compounds I have to give you as examples. Now, take out 1 or 2 as a homework. That homework I will discuss and solve in the next class. Okay, take down. NH3 plus H2SO4 gives NH4 twice SO4. See students, NH4 twice SO4, this compound is. What is the meaning? N, below N nothing is there, means 1. But when you are writing a number outside this bracket, this 2 is multiplying with the nitrogen as well as with hydrogen. Means how many hydrogen are here? 2 atoms. How many hydrogen are there? 4 2s are 8 hydrogen. How many sulfur are there? 1. Oxygen, how many are there? 4. This much hint I have given you to try to balance this equation. Tomorrow I will solve. Just try. Next one, C3H8 plus O2 gives CO2 plus H2O. Next one, Fe2O3 plus H2SO4 gives FeSO4 thrice plus water. FeSO4 thrice means how many iron are there students here? Iron 1. I am giving you the hint. Iron 1. How many sulfur are there? 1 into 3. So 3 sulfur atoms are there. What about oxygen? 4 into 3. 12 atoms of oxygen. Right? So with this, try to solve. We'll solve it in the next class. You have to do this as homework. Right students? Okay.